It was no longer a secret. We had conquered Europe. We had conquered the world. But something was still missing. We hadn't conquered England. And that was the trophy our fans wanted more than anything. There was no doubt that we were the best club on the planet from the start of the 2017-18 season until March 2020. When the pandemic began, we showed our strength time and time again. We reached to Champions League finals, went through an entire Premier League season with just one defeat, and produced unforgettable performances against Barcelona, Manchester City, and even Real Madrid, a team we outplayed despite losing the final. Yet the Premier League trophy still eluded us. We lost only one league match all season, but there was still no title. Liverpool hadn't been crowned champions of England since 1990. We had come close several times before, but something was always missing. Our team was simply too good, and it would have been a huge injustice if this group had never conquered England. Everyone knows we won the Champions League in 2019 and enjoyed an outstanding Premier League campaign, collecting 97 points. But even that wasn't enough to lift the trophy. We couldn't allow history to repeat itself the following season. I arrived back at Liverpool for the 2019-20 pre-season after winning the Copa America. I was at the peak of my career. I felt unstoppable, like I was flying. Everything started perfectly. We took it one game at a time. We won the first, then the second, then the third. The victories just kept coming. We began the season completely focused. We knew exactly what we wanted, and we couldn't afford mistakes. Even the smallest slip-up could cost us dearly. No one could stop us. We were a force of nature. In our first 27 league matches, we won 26 and drew just one, away at Old Trafford against Manchester United. During that same period, we also became FIFA Club World Cup champions. Everything was going our way, but we knew we couldn't ease off. Nothing had been won yet. After 27 matches and 26 victories, everyone knew it was only a matter of time before we became champions. We even started talking among ourselves about going the entire league season unbeaten. Why not? We kept saying as the wins kept piling up. It was impossible not to think about it. But football doesn't always go according to plan. Our run of 18 consecutive Premier League victories came to an end with defeat against Watford. Our dream of finishing the season unbeaten disappeared, but our belief in winning the league remained as strong as ever. The disappointment was enormous. We played terribly in that match, and before we knew it, we were knocked out of the Champions League, and then the FA Cup in the space of a few days. I felt devastated. For a moment, I even wondered, what if we let the league slip away again? We had a team capable of winning everything that season. We had the best goalkeeper in the world, outstanding players, a brilliant manager, and even better supporters. Yet suddenly, everything seemed to be going wrong. Then the pandemic arrived. Football authorities announced that the game had to stop. Everything came to a halt. At that moment, we were 25 points clear of Manchester City, with only 27 points left to play for. In other words, we were champions, but not officially. There were even serious discussions about cancelling the season altogether. That made me incredibly nervous. Can you imagine it? You are one step away from winning the league, from giving your family, your teammates, and your supporters a moment they have waited decades for, and suddenly people are talking about voiding the entire season. We didn't deserve that. Yet those discussions kept getting louder. Thankfully, things eventually changed. After 3 months without football, the Premier League resumed, but this time, there were no fans. There is no place in the world like Anfield. It is our home. There are countless great stadiums across the globe, but none can compare to Anfield. Everything feels different there. The supporters push you to become a better player. They make you feel as though you're flying across the pitch. This time, however, we had to continue without them. The stadium was empty. It felt strange. It felt sad. The pandemic robbed our supporters of the chance to be with us when we finally brought the league trophy back to Anfield after 30 years. They had waited 3 decades for that moment, and when it finally arrived, they couldn't be there to witness it. I still remember that final home game. We faced Chelsea at Anfield and won 5-3. I scored that night. A huge stage had been set up in front of the Kop, the home of our loudest and most passionate supporters. It was the perfect place to celebrate. Our families were allowed inside the stadium, and the feeling was incredible. Of course, I wish the fans could have been there too. They deserved to celebrate with us more than anyone. Even so, they found their own way to celebrate the title from their homes, and I know they enjoyed every single moment. Looking back, I can divide my 8 years at Liverpool into 3 distinct chapters. During my first 2 seasons, I earned my place in the team. The following 3 years were the greatest of my career, as I became part of what I truly believe was the best club in the world. Those were unforgettable years, filled with incredible memories, unforgettable nights, and trophies that will stay with me forever. The final 3 seasons, however, were not what I had hoped for. I spent far more time on the bench than I wanted, and naturally, that was difficult to accept. Every footballer wants to play, to help the team, and to feel important. But when I look back on everything as a whole, only one feeling remains: gratitude. I loved every moment of my journey at Liverpool. This club became a part of my life, and it always will be. Wearing the Liverpool shirt and defending its badge was an honour I will never take for granted. The memories, the teammates, the supporters, and the unforgettable nights at Anfield will stay with me forever. Liverpool will always have a special place in my heart, and wherever life takes me next, a part of me will always belong to this club.